Hi everyone, so I'm going to talk today about tax and basically which countries in the world offer low tax, which are realistic countries for people to live in if they're, say, for example, a digital nomad or indeed an entrepreneur, whatever they are, and the taxes are relatively low or even zero. Now, probably one of the easiest countries in the world still to get a second residency is Cambodia. Now, I lived in Cambodia for about a year, and Cambodia, literally, all you need to do is get a business visa in the airport, extend it, and then now the residency permits, they've become more strict on that, but you can still use companies to get the residency permit. It's still fairly easy, but Cambodia does tax overseas income. In comparison, Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore, and Hong Kong, four countries in the Asia Pacific, or should I say a region in the case of Hong Kong, right? But none of them actually tax overseas income. However, that doesn't mean getting a residency in the first place is particularly easy, right? Because you have to find a way to get the visa in those particular countries. So you have to factor in many things. And what I would say is for people in the European Union or the wider European area, there's many countries in Europe which offer very fantastic rates when it comes to tax and indeed cost of living. So for example, Georgia. It's not actually in mainland Europe, if you like. It's pretty much on the border of Asia. It's one of the easiest countries to actually get second residency in. Likewise, countries like Bulgaria often have 10% tax on overseas income. And there's countless others, but they tend to be in Eastern Europe rather than Western or Northern Europe. So if you're a nomad and actually you want to spend less on tax, you can invest more money. Often one of the easiest ways is via tax. But the countries that tend to not tax much for second residencies are either in Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, or they are the kind of wealthy hubs where it's not very easy to get those second residencies. So places like Singapore, UAE, also somewhere like Qatar, Monaco. Those places, though, they are very rich, of course, so to actually get a residency in that area, you need a lot of money unless you can do it indirectly through something like marriage or a student visa or whatever. So what I would suggest is do your research on all the things about the country, maybe visit it 2 or 3 times, and also consider other things. Because if you want property, I know before I've criticised property a little bit, but look, if you can use property to actually get yourself a residency permit, all of a sudden the property isn't just a home, it isn't an investment, it's actually just a means to an end. And there's many countries out there, in South America, also some parts of Eastern Europe, where you can get a residency permit through a relatively cheap property purchase. So that's something you have to keep in mind. Okay everyone, look forward to your comments.